A prison riot has broken out in Sri Lanka. Hospital sources have told Al Jazeera that 16 inmates and 4 prison officers have been killed. Local media are reporting ongoing fighting between inmates and prison staff at Negombo prison. Let's bring in Minelle Fernandez, who's on the phone for us from Colombo. Minelle, I understand you're on your way, in fact, to Negombo, which is not too far from Colombo. What are you hearing about what's happening there?
The tensions have spilled over from yesterday fully when the clash erupted, but having been sort of quelled, things really exploded once again this morning to an unprecedented level when most of those casualties that we're hearing took place. We're hearing from the hospital sources that there are quite a number of people who are still in critical condition. Now, this is obviously over and above the official death toll, which has hit 20 at this stage. There is, all indicators are that this might climb. I spoke to a senior official at the Negombo hospital where most of the injured are being treated. There are several people who are in critical condition. They're on ventilators. There are surgeries being done. And somebody at a very senior level told me that the nature of injuries, there are gunshot wounds, there is blunt weapon trauma, as well as a different number of sort of injuries that have led to the deaths and some very serious injuries among the inmates. Now, we did hear that this was a clash that erupted between 2 different groups. We heard that this was related to sort of gang and rivalry, but at this stage, we still don't know what exactly sparked the clashes. But the authorities are struggling to bring things under control. The special task force, which is the sort of commando, sort of crack squad of the police, has been deployed. Usually it's very sensitive to send in the police and things like that into prisons, but it gives you an indication of the level of violence that they had to be sent in, and we're hearing tensions are still sort of spilling over.
Can you tell us a bit more, Minelle, about the prison itself in Negombo and you know, the kind of inmates that are in there and what may have sparked these riots?
So the prison is about 40 kilometers from the capital, Colombo. It is in the area where the international airport is. And it is, we have several sort of district prisons in Sri Lanka. It is a mix of sort of convicts as well as those pending trial, which is called remand prisoners. They're basically in a sort of a holding facility while their cases are being heard. So you have a mix between those who are convicted, which might be anything from sort of drug dealers, from criminals, from people with immigration offenses sometimes because it's so close to the airport, plus those who are pending trial as well. So it is very much a mix. And we're also hearing that, as I said, the tension did spark between 2 rival factions of what's called the underworld or the sort of gangland warfare, but we still are waiting for official confirmation as to what exactly started off the violence.
Thank you, Minelle, for that. Of course, we'll come back to you when we have more information. But for now, we know that 25 people have been killed in a prison riot in Sri Lanka, in Negombo prison, not far from the capital, Colombo. Hospital sources have told Al Jazeera that 16 inmates have been killed and 4 prison officers have also been killed. We'll bring you up to date with this story as and when we have more information, of course. Minelle, thank you for now.